Hey folks, how are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in, and I appreciate every time taking your time coming to listen to this positive mental health talk. I really appreciate it. And today, we're going to be talking. Every time is about positive mental health because it's very important. It's very vital. Mental health is part of our being and it's an important aspect. And as you know, I'm Dr. Debbie, your mental health clinician. I'm a doctoral prepared psychiatric nurse practitioner, licensed and practice in the United States. And precisely, I practice in New York and in Maryland, and I have patients there that they are doing amazingly. They are connected to me, for their positive mental health, and things have taken a big turn, a change in their life, and I'm grateful for them, to taking that bold step, and because it's really important, and they also, they have that testimony, of that courage, that boldness, to receive the service, to work hand in hand to them to support their mental health. And today I want us to talk about identity. Yeah, our identity. And people may ask, who are you? Or you ask yourself, who are you? Are you really are? Your identity is, comprises of your genetics. We come from our parents and we inherited genetic property from our parent, dad, mom. But that notwithstanding, although the genetic property from our parent, but that make us a unique individual. And there's no other one, like us. Every individual is unique, like any other person in the whole world. And that's why, our biometrics, it's cannot be the same. Even twins, even parents, replicating, a child, bringing forth an offspring, everyone is unique. So, and that is when we want to talk about our identity. Who really are you? Who are we? Yeah, it's important, to link that to our genetics, but that notwithstanding, we are still a unique individual. And also, as part of the piece, is your beliefs, your values, our experiences in life, lived experiences, our memories, past experiences that we have encountered. We are different. Your own experience may be different, even if we are from the same family, the same lineage, but our path in life may be different. So, and that is going to, impact, the way our world view, the way we analyze things, and understanding of things. Yeah. And our appearances, which is your lifestyle. Do you want to be quiet? Do you want to be wild? Do you want to be loud? Every human being, has that right of expression. Any once it's legal, once it's not impacting the health and the safety of other people, that the way you want to express, your humanity is part of our identity, and that is acceptable. And the putting together of all this, lead to our purpose in life, because of the value that we hold in life, because of our beliefs, because of our experiences, that we can, be able to express ourselves. And this leads, to who we are, our identity. And at times, because maybe because of upbringing or past experiences, at times it's really, or maybe we are still growing like a child, getting to a young adult and getting to an adult. We are still figuring out life, and just like I said, different experiences, maybe moving from one part of the country to another, or moving out internationally from one part of the country to another place, where the experience there is different, from the one you learned before. And that, may be challenging, may be overwhelming to figure yourself out in that place, that, oh, the people of this place are different from what their culture is different, their worldview is different, their practices is different. That is okay. Yeah. And because of that, it takes, intentionality, for one to be able to figure that out, and then to be able to get a space, a place for yourself in wheresoever you find yourself, that wheresoever I go, this is still me. Yeah, that's why you don't move from one county to another county. That one does not change your name. When you move from one place, it is still you. And the same sees with our identity, with who we are, that we are able to express ourselves. This is your value about life, this is your world view about life, this is your past experiences, this is your belief, this is your bringing, and you should be able to express that. And also, with personal growth, as we are evolving, the world is evolving, we are also growing, like, from childhood, to teenage year to adulthood. We are expanding our knowledge, our memory, our understanding, about life, and that way is going to impact, our identity as well. And then in this emerging technology, AI, social media, technology, medical science, the world is evolving, and everything is just, like a blast that could be overwhelming to people, to cope with and figure out my place in this, which will make some people, to just shut down, yeah, instead of, projecting themselves to that, oh, this is me, this is who I am, and get a place for yourself, at the table, get a seat for yourself at the table. Like, they say in parts of the world, if you are not invited to the table, you get a seat for yourself, look for a chair and take a place at the table. There is space for everyone. Yeah, it's just like the sky, enough space for every bird, in this life, to fly. And no one should shut you down. No one should prevent you from, expressing your world view, from like expressing yourself or your potentials, to fulfill your potentials. You have a desire as human being, and also, like, connections to human being. The impact of human connection cannot be overemphasized, because that is where we are created, to connect with one another, to interact with one another positively, because we have one thing or the other, to learn from one another, to gain from one another, to support one another, to hold one another together. And in relationship as well, for support, relationship in family, child to parent, and among spouses, to support one another, because we've said we are different, we are unique, we have different background, different history. What I may not know, this area, I have a vast experience. You may be a novice there, but we are able to hold one another's hand and support one another to navigate the world and be happy together. So the impact of human connection is very important, to be able to uh, get, to know our identity and be able to benefit from one another. And then this also, our emotions. We have different emotions, which at times, if you are not careful, the emotions, may overwhelm and overcrowd and shut down our logic, because emotion is very fast, but logic take time, to process what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. And our emotions, maybe of your life, of your past experience, of even your present, because maybe you learned something, in the past, and then a reaction to it emotionally. If you allow that, if it is in the positive, that's okay. Like, but if it is negative, like excuse me, some people, some their past emotions, they bring it into their present life, and especially if it is an unpleasant, emotion, that like a kind of traumatic, and still continue to play out in their present life. And if care is not taken, can follow them into the future, to limit them. And that is why we're here, to educate, for literacy, to hold your hand, that, things can be different, that, life can be enjoyed, life is good. Yeah, you just need the support, that positive connection, and from professionals, to help you to make an informed decision. And also, it's good as part of the emotion. Instead of, using negative coping emotions, we can use the positive aspects, like maybe gratitude. What are you thankful for? Whatever has happened in the past, yeah, let's live in today's possibilities. Yeah, what is possible today, there's a lot of things like in this age of technology, the social media, you don't need even to know anyone to connect. You can be following people, you can be learning a lot from people, a lot of information that is on the social media. Unlike before, when we have that limitation in time past that you have to be in a physical position before you can connect to people, before you can connect to institutions, before you can connect to organizations. But that's all those barrier, all those hindrances has been removed or reduced, so to say, because of the world itself is evolving, and we should not stay back. We should evolve with the world and be a partaker of that benefit of the emerging technology and all the possibilities that is available in our world. And make yourself happy, be grateful for that, that oh, in the past years I used to struggle with this, but as I've said, it takes intentionality, that you plan, you have a goal, and you are joyful about that. And as you do all those things, it builds your strength, your stamina, your resilience, to be able to have a positive mental health, which will impact, whatsoever you are doing, for you to fulfill your potentials and have an achievement and have positive mental health. And also to help you as well, what are your interests? At times in people's hobbies, in interests, that they discover their life purpose. Oh wow, I don't know I'm good in soccer, I don't know I'm good in handball, I don't know that I'm good like in presentations, or like even maybe you learn the skill like computer skill or any skill of your choice, and then you see that you're able to learn it and capture it quickly, and that's maybe your life purpose that is going to impact your generation, that is going to impact your world. And from there you discover yourself, that I don't know that I am good in storytelling, I don't know that I am good even in making friendship with people that I'm just meeting for the first time. Maybe it's at a gathering, maybe it's at a conference, maybe it's at a workshop. Yeah, maybe it's at a party or college, like a study group, or even in the library. So many possibilities through your interest, or maybe through reading. When you read a lot of gems, to learn from the knowledge of other people, that is able to impact your life, that is able to for you to discover your identity, that oh wow, I don't know that I have all this quality, all this thing that is itemized in this book. And as you do all that, especially your interest, it help like letting out of internal rest, like within you, you are just alone, you are just within your shell by yourself. But the expression of following your hobbies, your interest, it will help to boost your stress, and then it will help you to have a positive mental health. And a lot of activities that you can use to discover your hobbies, your interests, like music, like gardening, so many activities, just for your leisure, just for your relaxation, and through that you discover what you love and be able to live a purposeful life. And as well as in relationship, through that you're able to connect, you're able to develop strong positive relationship. As I've said, human connection is very vital, it's very important, it's one of the things that is very vital to human survivor, that you are able to connect to a fellow human like you, and then you exchange ideas, you exchange, you share the same purpose, and you are able to have a positive mental health and impact your own generation, and be able to support one another, a sense of belonging, like developing friendship, peers, or different groups, maybe religious group, maybe in your community, you are doing like this, to my community, like a mental health, everyone that is out there, that's care to listen, to be impacted, by all this knowledge, all this educational points that we are bringing, or in this platform, to be able to educate people to discover themselves, to learn one thing or the other, to keep them happy, and be able to live a meaningful life, a purposeful life. And maybe even it is your family or spouses, as I said, we are different, discovering one another that, oh, this is really who I am. I'm somebody, that, oh, I don't know that I have these characteristics. I don't know that I have these attributes. And that's one will help you to understand that we are different. Human beings, we are different. I'll be able to excuse one another. We'll be able to tolerate one another. And our world, we be more, peaceful. Our world will be more safe. Our world, will be a happy place because we understand one another. We're able to discover our identity, how we are, and we pursue, our goal. What is our interest? What brings us joy, and also be impact for other people. And this we're able to plan based on our value, based on the purpose, we want to live in our life. That when we live this life, eventually, even before living this life, we can look back, to our narrative, to our history, to our story, to our trajectory, and know that, wow, we have really been a blessing, to people around us, people that come across us, and that fulfillment, of living a fulfilled life, a life that has spread, and touched so many people that we are able to impact, many people positively. And that is what I brought across your way today, the power of discovering who you are, your identity, through all those pieces together that I've said. It starts from your genetics, from your birth, your beliefs, your values, your experiences, your appearances, your expression. And you, even without talking, like your expression of your appearance, of your beliefs, of your value, can really go a long way to help people and for you to live a purposeful life by those actions that you take, that you want to live a life of impact. I hope you learned something, and please check my bio to connect. My Dr. Debbie, your mental clinician, and I'm just here to impact life, to encourage you about positive mental health, because it's going to go a long way to help you, and it will be a blessing to other people. Until I come your way again, stay safe and be good. Thank you for your attention. Bye.